What is up, YouTube? HPJ here, and I'm coming at you guys today because we got some Archetype videos to do, and this is one I actually forgot I completely had on the back burner, but I needed to redo it actually because there was a lot of things that I missed out, so I'm actually glad I get to do this again. So, for today's Archetype video, we have the Amazoness. The Amazoness, of course, are an all Earth attributed archetype consisting of warriors and beast monsters. The Amazons themselves are based off of the Greek mythology of the Amazons. The Amazons are an all-female race that loves battle and combat. The Amazons themselves, I mean, you've seen some of the Amazons depicted throughout, history and throughout media itself. I think one of the most famous Amazons themselves, of course, is Wonder Woman, for Diana is the daughter of the Queen of the Amazons. The Amazons, in terms of Yu-Gi-Oh, do primarily consist of all the women of all women. Yes, all women, including the Beast Monsters, happen to be female. They, of course, the Amazons themselves derive from being used by very strong or very courageous women, which is funny enough because the duelists that do use the Amazoness cards do fit that build. We have My Valentine from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Original series. We have Tana from the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX series. We have the Taylor sisters, Grace and Gloria, from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype series. So as through time itself has been kind to the Amazoness. The Amazoness actually started off in the official card game through Labyrinth of Nightmare. It wasn't until further releases. It wasn't until their further support and releases within Magician's Force, Duelist Revolution, Legendary Duelist, and Circuit Breakers, where the Amazoness received a ton of support. For the most part, the Amazoness themselves tend to carry on a unfortunate censorship issue, similar to My Valentine's Harpies. Her Amazoness, as well as the future sets of Amazoness, did have to see a lot of censorship. If it wasn't via name, it was of course via outfit. Where, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game for good boys and girls, a lot of their outfits did have to be changed. But do not fret, it did not stop a lot of players from playing a ton of these Amazon cards in their support. Luckily enough, the Amazoness do get onto a thing of the Harpies themselves, for the fact that the Amazoness do have a lot of similarities with their Harpy kin. Not being that they're actually kin, but just due to the fact that they share a lot of similarities. Now, while we go on into the deck itself, there is a monster I do need to mention real quick, who unfortunately did not cut the build. A lot of you probably remember this monster from old school Yu-Gi-Oh! This is the Unfriendly Amazon. She is a level 4 Earth Attribute Warrior type monster with 2,000 attack and 1,000 defense. Her effect reads, and thank God they haven't updated lineup for her effect. It says tribute one of your monsters on your side of the field. Tribute one monster on your side of the field, and excluding this card during each of your standby phases. If you do not, this card is destroyed. The Unfriendly Amazon, funny enough, is not an Amazon card. The Amazon cards initially were called Amazon till their further support. A lot of them did get reprinted to where they fit the term of Amazoness, just like in the OCG. However, she in the OCG is not even called an Amazon or Amazoness. She's known as the Ally Killing Lady. And because of this, in this whole kanji situation that happened with early Yu-Gi-Oh!, she was unfortunately excluded. Hopefully in the future she does get some support with an archetype. It'd be nice to see her come back again and get some reprint. But without further ado, why don't we go ahead and start it off with these monsters themselves. So, Amazoness, Swords Woman. Her effect reads, your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken in battles involving this card. Just like the Harpies, the Amazoness monsters did have a ton of their artwork censored. And as you can clearly see, this is the OCG artwork for the Amazoness Swordswoman, which did get altered here in the TCG by having her breast size reduced, her stomach covered, and her dress, which actually you don't see, but in the anime they did lengthen her skirt. Just for further note, you can tell a lot of the other Amazonas will have a similar setup to where their breast sizes are reduced, their bodies are covered up more, so we'll leave that where it be. Now, moving on, Amazonas Fighter. You take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. Amazonas Chain Master. When this card is destroyed in battle and sent to the graveyard, you can pay 1500 light points, look at your opponent's hand, then add one monster from their hand to your hand. The Amazonas Chain Master has a younger version of herself included in the tribe. For this is Amazonas Train Me. Her effect reads monsters destroyed by battle with this card are returned to the bottom of the deck instead of going to the graveyard. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, it gains 200 attack. This monster, of course, in Amazonas Chain Master share the same level, attack, defense, same level, attack, defense, and type and attribute. You can basically say yes, that trainee is Amazon's Chain Master when she was younger. Amazon's Archer. Tribute 2 monsters, inflict 1200 points of damage to your opponent. The Amazon's Archer, funny enough, is the only monster in the OCG to ever be affected by the Forbidden Limited list, as due to combinations with cards like Firewall Dragon. She unfortunately had gotten hit in, I believe that was late 2018, early 2019 in the OCG only. There was no changes for her here in the TCG, however. But the Amazon Archer could see a comeback, as they did change up Firewall Dragon so that Firewall Dragon isn't as abusable as he was, and there can't be any issues with FTKs and OTKs associated with cards like her, Cannon Soldier, 2 Cannon Soldier, and Cannon Soldier MK2. Now, moving on from there, we have Amazoness Sage. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked and is still on the field, target one solo trap card your opponent controls and destroy that target. Amazoness Blowpiper. Known in the LCG as Amazoness Blowgun Soldier. Select one face-up monster your opponent controls. During each of your standby phases, it loses 500 attack until the end of this turn. Amazoness Spy. You can reveal one other Amazoness monster in your hand, so summon this card from your hand. You'll use this effect of Amazoness Spy once per turn. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Amazoness monster in your graveyard except for Amazoness Spy. Return it to your hand or shuffle it into your deck. Amazoness Scouts. During either player's turn, you contribute this card. For this turn, you face up Amazoness monsters you currently control cannot be targeted by monster effects and cannot be destroyed by card effects. Next up, Amazoness Paladin, known in the LCG as Amazoness Holy Warrior. This card gains 100 attack for each Amazoness monster you control. The Amazoness Paladin has a bit of similarities to My Valentine, as both of them share a similar hairstyle and face layout. Could be akin to a monster who is based off of its duelist, or a duelist using this card within the series. Now we move on, of course, to some of the royalty in the Amazoness tribe. Amazoness Queen. Amazoness monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Amazoness Queen is the highest leveled monster within the main deck, and she has the highest stats of them all as well. Amazoness Princess. This card's name becomes Amazoness Queen while it's on the field or in the graveyard. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one Amazoness spell or trap card from your deck to your hand. You only use this effect of Amazoness Princess once per turn. When this card declares an attack, you can send one other card from your hand or field to the graveyard. Special summon one Amazoness monster from your deck into defense position, except Amazoness Princess. Amazoness Queen and Amazoness Princess have a great resemblance into the Harpies, as this is akin to what Harpies have, where they started the trend of monsters becoming Harpie Lady while in the field or in the graveyard, as akin to now Amazoness Queen having Princess being her while on the field or in the graveyard, to at least help associate with a lot of other cards that include Queen. Speaking of which, let's talk about the highest stated monster overall for the Amazoness. Amazoness Empress. Requirements: 1 Amazoness Queen plus 1 Amazoness monster. Other than Amazoness monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effect. If an Amazoness monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. If this face-up fusion summon card is destroyed by battle or leaves the field because of an opponent's card effect while it's in your control, while it's in your it's in its owner's control. Sorry, I read that wrong. You can special summon one Amazoness Queen from your hand, deck, or graveyard. The reason why of this comparison is, of course, because Amazoness Empress was like an adult version of Amazoness Princess, meaning that she did take control of the tribe after Queen's unsighted death, maybe, and that's why Amazoness Empress does share the looks of an adult version of Amazoness Princess. We also do need to take some kin to the Harpies once more, as just like the Harpies for their pet dragons, the Amazoness has some pet tigers coming in. They're strong and personalities. So, first off is Amazoness Tiger, known in the LCG as Amazoness Pet Tiger. You can only control one Amazoness Tiger if this card gains 400 attack for each Amazoness monster you control. Your opponent cannot attack any face-up Amazoness monsters except for this one. This, of course, is the pet controlled by the Amazoness, just like Harpie's pet dragon is the pet controlled by the Harpies. There is, of course, alternative forms to Amazoness Tiger, just like there are for Harpie's pet dragon. We have the cute and adorable Amazoness Baby Tiger, known in the LCG as Amazoness Pet Baby Tiger. This card name becomes Amazoness Tiger while on the field or in the graveyard. If an Amazoness monster is no more special summon to the field while this card is in your hand or graveyard, you get to summon this card. You only use this effect of Amazoness Baby Tiger once per turn. Gains 100 attack for each Amazoness card in your graveyard. It's so cute. Oh, look how cute it is. So adorable. And then, of course, there's an adult version of this monster and resides in the extra deck, just like Harpie's pet dragon has a monster that resides in the extra deck as well. We have Amazoness Pet Liger. Requirements: one Amazoness Tiger plus one Amazoness monster. Once per battle phase, if this card attacks during the damage calculation, you can make this card gain 500 attack during the damage calculation only. If your Amazoness monster if your Amazon monster attacks an opponent's monster after damage calculation, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, and it loses 800 attack. Your monsters your opponent controls cannot attack Amazoness monsters you control, except for this one, being the faithful servant and an upgrade to the Amazoness Tiger. Amazoness Pet Tiger, funny enough, has seen an appearance in the anime for being wielded by Tanya. This is actually kin to Tanya herself from the GX series, where after her duel with Jaden, she transformed into a liger actually, and was accompanied by Amazoness Tiger itself, and they walked right out the Coliseum. It's so crazy because there could be some magical forces within the Amazoness, and maybe that's why Tanya herself was able to become a tiger. Now, let's move on to, of course, the spells and traps that support the Amazoness lineup. We have Amazoness Spellcaster. Target one Amazoness monster you control and one face-up monster your opponent controls. Switch the original attack of those targets until the end of the turn. Amazoness Call, quick play spell. You can take one Amazoness card from your deck except for Amazoness Call and either add it to your hand or send it to the graveyard during your main phase. You can banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Amazoness monster you control. This turn. That monster can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. Also, other monsters you control cannot attack. You can only activate one Amazoness Call per turn. Amazoness Fighting Spirit. If an Amazoness monster attacks a monster with higher attack, the attacking monster gains 1000 attack during the damage calculation only. The field spell, Amazoness Village. All Amazoness monsters gain 200 attack once per turn. When an Amazoness monster is destroyed by a card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can also summon one Amazoness monster from your deck with a level less than or equal to the Amazon's monster that is destroyed. Amazon's Heirloom, a quick spell, equipped only to an Amazon's monster. Once per turn, that monster cannot be destroyed by battle. After damage calculation, if the equipped monster attacks a monster, destroy the attacking monster. Amazon is Charm. Target one defense position monster your opponent controls. Change it to face up attack position. It gains 200 attack. Amazon is Call. If you control an Amazoness monster, target one fusion monster on the field. Return it to the extra deck. Then, if all of the fusion materials were used for the fusion summon of that monster are in the graveyard or graveyards, special summon them to their owner's sides of the field. Amazon is Training. Quick play spell. If an Amazon is Tiger, you control attacks an opponent's monster, and that monster is still on the field at the end of the damage step. The Amazon is Tiger gains 400 attack and attack once again. Amazon is Magical Mirror. If you control no Amazon is monsters, destroy this card. If you take if you take damage from an opponent's card effect, quick effect, you can activate this effect. Your opponent takes the effect damage that you would have taken from that effect instead. Amazon is Arena Field Spell. When this card is activated, both players gain 600 life points. At the end of the damage step, if a player declares an attack, that player can pay 100 life points and inflict 100 life points to their opponent. Now, for all the trap cards, Amazon is Shamanism, known in the LCG as Amazon is Spiritual Connection. Destroy all face-up Amazon's monsters you control, then you can special summon any number of level 4 or lower Amazon's monsters from your graveyard in face-up defense position up to the number of monsters that were destroyed by this effect. And Queen's Pawn, you can only activate when an Amazon's monster you control destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard. So summon one level 4 or lower Amazon's monster from your deck. Amazon is Archer. When an opponent declares an attack while you control an Amazon's monster, change all monsters your opponent controls during attack into face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated. They lose 100 points, and they must attack this turn if able. Dramatic Rescue. You can only activate this card only activate when a card effect activates that targets an Amazoness monster. Return the target monster to the owner's hand and summon one other monster from your hand. Dramatic Rescue did get an alteration in its artwork as here. This is the OCG artwork where the Amazon herself has her hand in a guillotine. The TCG version has her tied to a tree with soldiers surrounding her. Amazon is Willpower. Continuous trap card. Target one Amazon's monster in your graveyard. So summon it in attack position. It cannot change its battle position and must attack if able. When this card is removed from the field, destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. Amazon is Onslaught. Continuous trap card. Once a turn during the battle phase, you can summon one Amazon's monster from your hand, and if you do, it gains 100 attack until the end of the turn, even if this card leaves the field. After damage calculation, if an Amazoness monster battles an opponent's monster while this card is already face up in your spell and trap card zone, you can banish that opponent's monster. If this card is on the field destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Amazon's monster in your graveyard, special summon it. Amazon, we have Pride of the Amazon. Any Amazon's monsters you control that is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can summon one Amazon's monster from your deck. Amazon is Substitution. If an Amazon's monster you control is target for an attack, summon one level 4 or lower Amazon's monster from your hand. Then change the attack target to that monster. Amazon is Haul. Continuous trap. If you control no Amazon's monsters, destroy this card. If a monster is special summoned to your opponent's side of the field, you can gain life points equal to the total attack of those monsters. Amazon is Secret Hot Spring. Continuous trap. If you control no Amazon's monsters, destroy this card. Once a turn during the end phase, you gain life points to an instant of battle damage that you would have taken. We have Amazon's Cursed Mirror Continuous Trap card. Activate this card during the end phase of the turn in which you took battle damage. Once per turn, you can reduce the battle damage you took 20. And then last but not least is an appearance of the Amazoness as Amazoness Paladin, Amazoness Archer, and it seems Amazoness Swordswoman appear in the card half counter. So that is pretty much it for all of the cards associated with the Amazoness, and that wraps up this video. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel as it helps out tremendously. And of course, hit that notification bell so you guys move forward when I do upload more content. Thank you guys so much for watching. And if you want to connect with me even more, my social media links are in the description box below, so we can interact through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. And of course, the Patreon is up if you want to donate a little more and get some shout outs while I at the end of the video. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. HBJ signing out. Take care.